Hey guys, Bad Daddy. Hey, today it's raining, like 50 degrees out. So I gotta make up some mushroom logs, and I haven't filmed this yet. So we're gonna film us from start to finish doing some mushroom logs, and I haven't done a video on this yet. So what I've done is I got my turkey fryer thing out, and my big pot with my strainer, and I'm gonna do some shavings. One batch of shavings, pine shavings, untreated, and then I'm gonna probably do a batch of straw. But so all I do is fire it up, shove the shavings in there, and what we'll do is we'll come back when they're pasteurized. We want to heat this to about 180 degrees for about 45 minutes. So I got my little thermometer here. So I'm gonna put everything together, and when it's at 175 or 180 degrees, just before we drain it, I'll come back. All right. So right now, we're just gonna get this going. I'll come back in a few minutes. All right. Bye. Hey guys, we're back. All right. It's actually, you can see it now. This wood shavings. We brought them up to 170 degrees. They kept them there for about 30 minutes. Now we're just gonna take them, and I built a little table. We're gonna dump them on the screen on it, and it'll let it cool down so that we can mix our colonized grain in. Right? So we'll do this, dump it out, and then once it's cool, then we'll come back. All right, I'll be back. All right, guys, we're back. The shavings have cooled down now. Been 35 minutes or so. This stuff is I'm just trying it. It's something I bought from Hawaii, and it's supposed to be all the micronutrients that my mushrooms are gonna require, and the directions are like a teaspoon for every 6 pounds of substrate. I'm not weighing this stuff. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball, mix in a handful here and there, see how it does. Whether it'll work, I don't know, but hey, can't hurt, you know. I know my king oysters, which is what I'm gonna try doing this, weren't doing shit before, so we'll see if the kings will come to life on a new substrate. Instead of doing sawdust, I'm doing pine shavings, and I'm going to mix in some of that micronutrient stuff, see how that works. And here I got my colonized grain, and this is king oysters. There's a bunch of hole in it here. And this actually look like this. This is blue oyster. I'm gonna, but that's before I screamed it out. So I'm just gonna mix it in a little bit right here. And I'm gonna toss it around a little bit. All right. And I got my bags already done. It's raining here, so. These what I like to do is just coil them up like this. And I'm just going to start filling these bags up. And we'll put a little bit in here. I'm just going to put a handful of grain in there. Stuff's cooled down really quick. It's got the rain on it too, so. I just remember the more grain you put in, supposedly the faster it'll colonize. I just try and keep there from being a lot of grain on the sides like that. You tend to get a lot of mold when that happens. Well, hopefully get a couple of bags out of this. We'll try these kings again. I haven't had any luck with kings yet. And by no luck, I mean absolutely no luck. I haven't got anything to grow on the cage, except for mold. I haven't got one mushroom yet. Let's see. And I got the straw out. The straw is for our pinks and our blues, and that's cooling now. But there was stuff on the table, so I couldn't put it on the table to cool. So that's just sitting in the bin waiting for the table. Interesting to see how this wood shavings works. Yep. I might get all this into one bag. Which wouldn't hurt my feelings at all. Yeah. Having a problem there, boy? It's all mixed in. The other thing I want to try is, oh shit, I want to try mixing this up with some cardboard. It's supposed to work well too. I want to give that a shot. Don't be afraid to press it right in there. So, alright, you see me working here. What we'll do is we'll stop this here. After I get this all done, we'll take it downstairs. I'll show you how I punch it, put holes in it and hang it. We'll do all that. Alright, I'll see you in a few minutes. Hey guys, we're back again. What I got here is I got a broadhead arrow. Got brand new, so it's a razor sharp. It's got four points. I'm just spraying it down with a little alcohol. Sprayed my hands. There's 70% alcohol. Alright, now I got my log. This is the king oyster log that we had outside. What I want to do with it is just push it a little bit, make it flat. I don't know why, just personal preference, I guess, right? And I'm going to take my arrowhead, get alcohol in my eye, and I just want to punch holes in both ends around these. You can see the ends here, around this. I'm going to cut this off after, but wait a minute. Well, maybe it ain't razor sharp. I'm going to go 2 rows, one around the outside edges, every couple inches apart. And then 1 ring on the inside. Right, do the same on the other side. Careful not to stab yourself. Alright. And then on the inside, I'm going to go like every 3 inches. I'm going to do about 3 inches apart. Not too exact, whatever it is, it is. And that's where your mushrooms are going to grow out of. Alright, now we've got all the holes punched in it. Well, we're technically going to, I'm just going to put it on one of these racks to colonize, and I'm going to cover it with a towel. I want it completely in as complete darkness as possible. But what we're going to do, I take these things. There's one. I make these up. They just got a little S hook, and I use some bale and twine from the bales of straw that I bought to boil down, and just tied a little noose on it, tied it on that hook, and what I'll do is I'll run this over this piece here, like this, and all the way down, pull it tight, and then I just hang the logs. And actually I could leave it like that to colonize, doesn't matter. And then I just hang them. Once they're all white and they colonize, then I'll move them into the fruiting tent, and we'll go that way. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down on this rack to colonize. I'll leave this thing right on it, put it right in the rack, and get my towel here. I got more shit down in this basement. I had to actually, as you can see, I put a piece of insulation over the window to keep the natural light out. Screwing up my bales. So I'm just going to cover this up like that, just to keep it dark. Alright? And then we're going to let it sit there, and then it'll take probably 2 or 3 weeks. And that straw should be fully colonized, or that, I should say, that shavings. And then we'll uncover it. We'll move it into the pinning chamber and the fruiting chamber and see if it fruits. And I said, that's king, and I've been having a hell of a problem with kings. These are lion's manes here, and these are from 813, and they're still not even colonized. This is sawdust, and they're still not fully colonized. These ones haven't molded yet, but they're starting to colonize. I just don't know if it's like that one's starting to colonize nice. I just don't know if it's what I'm doing wrong, but they're just not colonizing like they should. Every once in a while, I just come down here and give them a mist, just to keep the fruit flies off them. But I don't know what the hell I'm doing wrong with those, but I'm having a hell of a time with anything. The only thing that grow crazy are the blues. For some reason, the blues, I'd ignore them when they grow. Blues are growing great. The pinks, the golds, the pinks I only got 1 batch of that grow. The rest of them haven't worked. The kings, I got 1 batch of lion's mane that actually worked, but I'm having a hell of a time with the others. So, but now you've seen how we make the logs, you know, how we do the substrate, how we fertilize or colonize the logs. I'll let you know how that powder from Aloha Medicinals works out of Hawaii, and I'll let you know, because it was like $35 for the pail, and then it was like $70 to ship it from Hawaii. So I don't know if it's worth it yet for $100 for the pail, but we'll find out. I'll let you know. And if it does work, I'll do a video on it, and I'll put the link to where you can find the stuff. Because if it does work, it's worth the money. All right. Well, we're going to end this here, and I got a couple of other logs to make, and we'll see you. I'll do another video on this one if it ever comes to the point where it's fully colonized. I'll do another video on that. All right. See you later, guys. Bye.